I'm the wolf in the storm. I'm the fire and bone. Hear me roar in the dark. I was never alone.
Blood on the ground, yeah, I feel alive. Pain is the proof that I survived. Chains on my past, but they start to break. I take the crown, I don't hesitate. Eyes locked forward, no way to run. This is the war and I'm the one.
I'm the wolf in the storm. I'm the fire and bone. Hear me roar in the dark. I was never alone.
No gods, no kings, just flesh and will. I rise against the kill.
I'm the wolf in the storm. Feel my name in your bones. When the night starts to fall, I will take back my throne. Howl into the void. Howl into the void.
No applause follows me in. No sound try announce arrival. The door closes behind intention. This space is neutral, it rewards nothing until work begins. Neck rotates, slowly shoulders unlock with control. Hips glide through range, ankles reconnect with the flow. He builds from repetition, not urgency, not impatience. I don't negotiate standards, I don't improvise fundamentals. Feet align before force, grip secures before lift. Every setup identical. Because consistency builds trust, trust in movement, trust in outcome.
Consistency over everything. Not speed, not noise. Consistency over everything. That's where power grows.
The first load feels familiar, not light, not heavy. Just honest, I lower with the intent. Pause where control matters, then rise without deviation. Slow inhale, full expansion. Controlled exhale, steady release. Heart rate climbs predictably. Nothing worse, status sheet. No emotional peaks, no dramatic lows. Progress hides inside repetition, so repeat correctly until correct becomes default. Repetition is the teacher, ego never was.
Consistency over everything. Not spilling out noise. Consistency over everything. On them brown grows.
The first load feels familiar, not light, not heavy, just honest. High, lower with intent. Pause where control matters, then rise where deviation. Slow inhale, full expansion, controlled exhale. Steady release, heart rate, conflict making makers. Not to listen, respond as strength. Set stack without ceremony, no emotional peaks, no dramatic lows. Progress hides inside repetition, so I repeat correctly until correct becomes default. Repetition is the teach, ego never was.
Consistency over everything. Every rep counts. Consistency over everything. Momentum compounds.
Depth remains non-negotiable. Full extension every time, yeah. No short and pass, no borrow momentum. Range creates resilience and resilience sustain strength. Spine neutral, eyes forward, ribs stacked over hips. Core pressurized, scapula anchored. Force travels clean, nothing leaks. Burn equals chemical change, tremor equals adaptation. Fatigue is not failure, it is information. And information refines execution when respected calmly. Weight increases methodically, no impulse decisions. Heavier loads expose habits, so habits stay clean. I don't fight the weight, I move correctly against it. Strength follows order, always.
Consistency over everything. Built through patience. Consistency over everything. Results obey structure.
Time loses meaning, only sequence remains. Set, rest, breathe, repeat. Sweat marks, effort, but effort stays invisible, stored internally. This discipline transfers outward in the long days, into pressure choices, into silence. Training builds response patterns, full stress demands them. Calm is practiced here.
Consistency over everything. Under load, under time. Consistency over everything. I don't drift.
The heaviest set arrives unannounced, setup remains unchanged. Same grip, same stance, I respect load through precision. Every rep completed, clean, no collapse at the finish. Walking slowly, nozzle breathing only. Heart rate descends, mind resets. Rest is preparation, not escape. Final set, strain reserves, but reveal identity. Form holds under fatigue because it was trained. It's session after session without exception. I am not driven by hype, I am governed by systems. Motivation fluctuates, structure remains. This is automatic discipline, running silently. Consistency over everything, no shortcuts allowed. Consistency over everything.
Standards stay mean, weights return to rest. Breathing slows, deliberately the art. Weights return to rest. Breathing slows, deliberately the art.
Yeah.
I walk alone through the frozen night. Scars on my skin but my eyes still bright. Every step heavy, every breath raw. Born from the dark, yeah, I want it all. Heart beats loud like war drums call. No fear left when the weak ones fall. I am the wolf in the storm, I am the fire and bone. Hear me roar in the dark, I was never alone. Blood on the ground, yeah, I feel alive. Pain is the proof that I survived. Chains on my past, but they start to break. I take the crown, I don't hesitate. Eyes locked forward, no way to run. This is the war and I am the one. I am the wolf in the storm, I am the fire and bone. Hear me roar in the dark, I was never alone. No gods, no kings, just flesh and will. I rise against the kill. I am the wolf in the storm, feel my name in your bones. When the night starts to fall, I will take back my throne now. Howl into the void. Standards. No spotlight waits for me, no sound announced to start. The room is neutral and cold, still rest without expectation. I stepped inside already focused, this work begins before motion. In the decision to stay sharp, neck roll slow and deliberate. Shoulders trace clean circles, hips open with measured range. Ankles reconnect to the ground, heat rises quietly as systems come online, one by one. I don't chase intensity, I establish order. Feet set before force, grip closes with certainty. Posture aligned into wind, every rep begins before the weight moves. Structure creates freedom, not chaos. Standards never tired, they don't negotiate. Standards never tired, they carry me forward. The first set speaks clearly, not forgiving, not cruel, just honest. I lower under full control, pause where weakness hides, then rise along the same path. Nothing borrowed from momentum. Inhale through discipline, exhale with intention. Heart rate rises predictably, no panic, no rush. The system responds as trained. Set stack without emotion, identical in execution. Progress hides inside repetition, so repetition becomes sacred. I repeat what works until it becomes automatic. What repeats remains. Standards never tired, they don't fade. Standards never tired, they sharpen me. Consistency, extension complete, no half movements, no shortcuts. Range earns resilience and resilience protects longevity. Neck neutral, eyes steady, ribs down, core sealed, scapula anchored. Power flows uninterrupted from floor to finish. Burn his chemistry, shaking his adaptation. Fatigue is not failure, it is feedback, and feedback improves execution. When ego stays silent, to taste crease quietly. No ceremony required, heavy the weight reveals truth. So truth receives precision. I don't argue with load, I answer with mechanics. Confidence is built under repeatable conditions. Standards never tired, they don't bend. Standards never tired, they define the outcome. Time dissolves into sequence, set, breathe, reset. Sweat falls unnoticed, noise fades entirely. Only form remains, only ever remains contained in the pressure moments, in the quiet decisions. Training programs response before stress demands a calmest train. Not discovered. Standards never tired, even under strain. Standards never tired, they keep me aligned. The heaviest set arrives calmly, no hesitation allowed. Set up unchanged, break control, brace complete. I move through resistance with respect, not aggression. Slow pacing, nasal breathing, heart rate descends. Vision clears, rest is active, preparation for the next demand. Final sets empty reserves, but exposed habits won't survive fatigue because it was trained here day after day without exception, without compromise. I am not powered by motivation, I'm governed by systems. Motivation fluctuates, standards do not. This is silent discipline running in the background. Standards never tired. Standards never tired. Weights return to stillness. Breeze slows deliberately. The room looks the same.
I walk alone through the frozen night. Scars on my skin, but my eyes still bright. Every step heavy, every breath raw. Born from the dark, yeah, I want it all. Heart beats loud like war drums call. No fear left when the weak ones fall. Yeah.
I am the wolf in the storm. I am the fire and bone. Hear me roar in the dark. I was never alone.
How? Blood on the ground, yeah, I feel alive. Pain is the proof that I survive. Chains on my past, but they start to break. I take the crown, I don't hesitate. Eyes locked forward, no way to run. This is the war and I'm the one.
I am the wolf in the storm. I am the fire and bone. Hear me roar in the dark. I was never alone.
No gods, no kings, just flesh and will. I rise against the kill. No gods, no kings, just flesh and will. I rise against the kill.
I am the wolf in the storm.
Yeah.
Feel my name in your bones. When the night starts to fall, I will take back my throne.
Howl into the void. To the void. No countdown echoes. No eyes are watching. The room exists without judgment. Still waits without promise. I step in carrying intention. Already settled. Already committed. Nothing here needs explanation.
Neck loosens in slow arcs. Shoulders rotate with control. Spine stack segment by segment. Hips open deliberately. Ankles press into the floor. Heat builds without urgency.
Readiness is confirmed,
Not rushed.
I don't look for motivation, I establish conditions, feet placed with precision, grip closes with certainty, posture locked in it, and before the first lift I choose correctness, order creates capacity.
work that does not ask, work that does not ask, work that does not ask.
Pressure makes no excuses.
The bar introduces itself honestly, not heavy, not light, just real. I lower with patience, pause where control matters, then rise along a clean line, nothing wasted, nothing borrowed. Inhale expands, the system exhales, stabilize its effort. Heart rate rises predictably, breath never panics, the body listens because it has been trained to. Each rep repeats the standard, not chasing sensation, not escaping effort. Consistency stacks quietly, progress hides inside sameness, and I remain steady on purpose.
Repetition builds reliability.
Work that does not ask,
No comfort required,
work that does not ask,
execution stays pure.
depth remains unchanged. Extension is complete, no partial truths, no shortened paths. Full range creates durability.
Durability protects strength. Neck neutral, eyes fixed. Ribs down, core sealed, scapula anchored. Force travels uninterrupted from ground to finish. Burn equals chemistry. Tremor equals adaptation. Fatigue equals information. Nothing here is emotional. Signals are processed, not feared, not ignored. Plates increase methodically, no impulse decisions. Heavier weight reveals habits, so habits remain clean. I don't fight resistance, I move correctly against it.
Strength follows systems, work that does not ask. No validation needed, work that does not ask. Structure holds everything, time compresses into sequence. Set, breathe, reset, sweat marks effort, but effort stays invisible. Stored internally, converted to capacity.
This discipline leaves the room with me into long hours, into silent pressure, into moments of resistance. Training corresponds before stress demands a calmest condition. Under strain, under load. Work that does not ask, combat physics, wait for moments of resistance. Training program responds before stress demands a calmest condition.
Work that does not ask,
Under strain and load.
work that does not
I
ask.
stay alive. I stay alive. The heaviest set of us quietly set up identical to lighter load. Same grip, same stance, same breath. I respect weight through precisions. Every rep own, no collapse at the finish.
Slow steps, nozzle breathing.
Heart rate descends, vision clears, rest prepares. The next demand it is not interrupted.
Final set strain reserves, but exposed identity form holds under fatigue because it was built here session after session without exception, without negotiation. I'm not driven by hype, I'm governed by standards. Motivation fluctuates, systems remain. This discipline runs solidly in the background.
Work that does not ask,
No shortcuts taken.
does not ask. Work that does not ask, does not ask. Work that does not ask, does not ask. Work that does not ask. I am the wolf in the storm. I am the fire and bone. Hear me roar in the dark. I was never alone.
How?
Blood on the ground, yeah, I feel alive. Pain is the proof that I survived. Chains on my past, but they start to break. I take the crown, I don't hesitate. Eyes locked forward, no way to run. This is the war, and I am the one. I am the wolf in the storm. I am the fire and bone. Hear me roar in the dark. I was never alone. No gods, no kings, just flesh and will. I rise against the kill. No gods, no kings, just flesh and will. I rise against the kill. I am the wolf in the storm. Feel my name in your bones. When the night starts to fall, I will take back my throne.
Howl into the void. No spotlight follows me in. No signal announces arrival. The floor is cold and honest. The air smells like iron and effort. I stand still long enough to hear my breathing stabilize. Nothing begins until alignment is complete. Joints rotate under control. Tension wakes slowly, muscle fibers switch from idle to ready. Blood moves with purpose, heat spreads evenly. Preparation is not dramatic, it is exact. I don't chase intensity, I define execution. Feet press into the ground, grip tightens with intention. Spine stacks clean and tall. Before resistance moves, the system is already locked. Precision invites power.
Built without noise.
Built without rush, pressure stays steady, form stays honest. Built without noise, built without doubt. Every rep controlled, every motion counted. The weight meets me halfway, not as a threat, not as a challenge, just a requirement. Lower with patience, pause where control matters, then rise in one clean line, no wasted motion.
Inhale, create space. Exhale, seal structure. Heart rate climbs predictably, breath remains calm. Panic is never useful, control always is. Each repetition mirrors the last. No shortcuts appear, no angles collapse. Consistency builds quietly, strength grows in silence while attention stays sharp. Discipline compound.
Built without noise, built without rush. Progress stay quiet, effort stays sharp. Built without noise, built without doubt. I move with intention, not impulse. Step remains unchanged, extension is complete. No half decisions, no borrowed momentum. Full range demands honesty. Honesty produces durability. Heat neck neutral, eyes forward. Ribs down, core engaged. Scapula anchored, force travels clean from ground to finish. Burn is just chemistry, shake is adaptation. Fatigue is information, nothing emotional here. Signals are read, not feared, not ignored. Plates are added deliberately, no ego adjustments. Heavyweight exposes habits, so habits stay clean. I don't fight resistance, I work correctly against it. Systems protect outward. Built without noise, no applause needed.
Training leaves with me, into long days, into quiet pressure, into moments that demand response. The body remembers what the mind rehearsed here. Calm is trained.
Built without noise, under strain, under load. Built without noise, alignment never breaks. Built without noise, out of noise. Built without noise, head without noise, hand to nose. Built without noise, alignment never breaks.
The heaviest set arrives quietly, set up identical to lighter loads. Same stance, same grip, same breath. Weight is respected through precision, not fear.
Slow steps between sets, nozzle breathing restores rhythm. Heart rate lower steadily, readiness returns. Rest prepares, effort it never replaces.
Rhino sets strain reserves, but reveal identity form holds under fatigue because it was trained here.
Session after session, without exception, without negotiation. I am not fueled by hype, I am built by standards. Motivation fluctuates, structure remains. The system runs quietly every day.
Built without noise.
Blood on the ground, yeah, I feel alive. Pain is the proof that I survived. Chains on my past, but they start to break. I take the crown, I don't hesitate. Eyes locked forward, no way to run. This is the war and I am the one. I am the wolf in the storm. I am the fire and bone. Hear me roar in the dark. I was never alone. No gods, no kings, just flesh and will. I rise against the kill. No gods, no kings, just flesh and will. I rise against the kill. I am the wolf in the storm. Feel my name in your bones. When the night starts to fall, I will take back my throne.
Hell into the void. Howl into the void. Pressure stays on. No countdown, no signal flare. The moment begins when focus locks in concrete under my feet, steel in the air. Silence sharp enough to cut hesitation. I breathe once, then move. Rotation wakes the joints, tension rolls through the frame. Muscle fibers shift from rest to command. He builds slow and even nothing rushed, nothing skipped. Preparation is part of the work. Hands closed with intention, grip defines outcome. Back tight, eyes forward, the weight waits. Neutral stance, balance, pressure, every position chosen, not assume. Control, decide everything. Pressure stays on. I don't panic, pressure stays on. I don't break under the load, under the burn. I stay exact, pressure stays on. No collapse, no escape, every rep finished, every line held. The descent is slow and honest, no bounce, no borrowed momentum. Pause with strength is tested, then drive clean. Force travel straight from ground to finish. Inhale through Bezeniques into motion.
Pressure stays on, no thrill, that pressure stays on, no shortcuts taken. I don't negotiate with resistance. There stays true, extension complete, ankles don't collapse. Spine remains stacked, every inch controlled, every inch earned.
Neck aligned, core locked, scapula tight, hips drive clean, knees track straight, system unified, nothing wasted. Burn is information, pain is temporary, data signals arrive. I read them, I do not react, this is not emotion, this is translation. Plates slide on with intent, heavier weight, same discipline. Set up unchanged, standards unchanged, the load reveals truth, so truth stays sharp. Standards don't bend.
Pressure stays on, under heavier strain. Pressure stays on, form intact. Pressure stays on, no noise needed. The world keeps others never did. Press stays on, no collapse, no drift. Press stays on until the edge of it is clean. I feel it's time.
Lips to each clean, I finish calm.
Pressure stays on, no collapse, no drip. Pressure stays on until the end.
I finish clean, I finish a line, awaits, return to stillness. Breathing slows by choice, the room looks the same, but capacity increased tolerance. Comments.
Pressure stays on. 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 Set arrives quietly, no crowd, no announcement. Same stance, same breath, same execution. Weight respected, not fear. Steps slow between sets, breathing resets rhythm, heart rate drops on command. Readiness returns where supports work, it never replaces it. Final reps train reserves. What it is vision but exposed discipline. Form holds under stress because it was built here, session after session, without exception. I am not powered by noise, I am powered by sequence. Motivation fades, structure remains. This is repeatable, this is reliable. Pressure stays on. No collapse, no drift. Pressure stays on.
I finish clean, I finish a line. I finish clean, I finish a line. I finish clean, I finish a line. I finish clean, I finish a line.
Weights return to stillness. Breathing slows by choice. The room looks the same, but capacity tolerance. Pressure stays on. Pressure stays on. Pressure stays on. Pressure stays on. Pressure stays on.
I'm the wolf in the storm. I'm the fire and bone. Hear me roar in the dark. I was never alone.
Oh, blood on the ground, yeah, I feel alive. Pain is the proof that I survived. Chains on my past, but they start to break. I take the crown, I don't hesitate. Eyes locked for no way to run. This is the war and I'm the one.
I'm the wolf in the storm. I'm the fire and bone. Hear me roar in the dark. I was never alone.
No gods, no kings, just flesh and will. I rise against the kill. I am no gods, no kings, just flesh and will. I rise against the kill.
I am the wolf in the storm. Feel my name in your bones. When the night starts to fall, I will take back my throne.
Howl into the void.
No spotlight, no applause, only the sound of breath and steal. The room doesn't care who I am.
So I show it through action, one decision at a time.
Yeah, blood moves before power does. Joints circle with intent, tendons tighten like cables. Every small motion prepares the large one. Nothing wasted, nothing skipped. The system wakes fully. Yeah, hands chalk, grip lock. The bar waits without judgment. Feet planted with precision. This isn't aggression, this is alignment. The force starts organized. Yeah, chaos never lifts weight. Yeah, never lifts weight. Never lifts chaos. Never lifts weight. Yeah, never lifts weight. Never lifts chaos. Never lifts weight. Never lifts weight, never lifts weight.
Built on the low, not on the noise. Built on the low, not on the praise. Every rep carved, every second known. Built on the low, pressure ship accepted, pressure control. Low and slow, pause deliberate. No bounce, no escape. Tension maintained from start to finish.
The rep ends right to side. Inhale, measure, exhale, driven. Heart accelerates, mind narrows. Breath becomes a tool, not a reaction. Same setup, same depth, fatigue test. Memory holds discipline. Form doesn't adapt to tiredness. Tiredness adapts to form. Precision beats intensity.
Built on the low, when muscle shake. Built on the low, when lungs burn. I don't chase adrenaline, I execute. Set after set, stacks quietly. Sweat marks consistency, not struggle. Tempo remains clean, range remains honest. No rep rush, no rep stolen.
Neck steady, core brace, scapula tight. Hips drive true, knees aligned, system synchronized. Power flows clean, burn rises. Noise attempts entry, I acknowledge it, then lock it out. Discomfort informs, it does not command. Plates edit with that ceremony, weight increases. Standard, stay fixed, the bar gets heavier. The process stays light, clarity sharpens under stress. Rules don't change, mid-set. Built on the load, heavier now, built on the load.
Still exact, no technique, sacrifice for ego.
Time blurs, only reps remain. The outside fades, internal timing sharpens. This is the zone built by repetition, not inspiration. Not inspiration.
This calm travels outward into conflict, into pressure, into moments without warning. The body remembers how to stay composed. Composure is trained. Composure is trained. Composure is trained.
Built on the low, not excitement. Built on no fear. I stay mechanical under stress. The hardest stays, the room stays unchanged, but tolerance increased, capacity expanded. The weight rests, the work remains. Tomorrow will demand proof, and I'll respond the same way. Quiet, exact, they'll build, and I'm head on the load. They'll build, and I'm head on the load. They'll build, and I'm head on the load.
Never alone, never alone, never alone, never alone, never alone.
The hardest set arrives silently. No signal, no drama. Same breath, same stance, same execution. The bar moves because it must.
Steps slow, breath resets, heart rate drops on command. Recovery is intentional, rest supports the next demand. Not escape from it, last set strain reserves but reveals structure. Form holds because it was earned, not forced. The session closes strong without collapse. I am not powered by hype, I am powered by repeatability. Motivation fluctuates, systems endure. This is sustainable strength. Built on the load until completion. Built on the low, no shortcuts taken. Every rep accounted, every set. Close clean, close clean, close clean.
The room stays unchanged, but tolerance increased. Capacity expanded, the way raised. Work remains, the work remains. Tomorrow will demand proof, and I will respond the same way. Quiet, exact, still built on the load.
I walk alone through the frozen night. Scars on my skin, but my eyes still bright. Every step heavy, every breath raw. Born from the dark, yeah, I want it all. Heart beats loud like war drums call. No fear left when the weak ones fall. I'm the wolf in the storm. I'm the fire and bone. Hear me roar in the dark. I was never alone. Blood on the ground, yeah, I feel alive. Pain is the proof that I survived. Chains on my past, but they start to break. I take the crown, I don't hesitate. Eyes locked forward, no way to run. This is the war and I'm the one. I'm the wolf in the storm. I'm the fire and bone. Hear me roar in the dark. I was never alone. No gods, no kings, just flesh and will. I rise against the kill. I'm the wolf in the storm. Feel my name in your bones. When the night starts to fall, I will take back my throne.
Howl into the void. No countdown, no announcement. The room breathes heavy before I do. Still waits without emotion. This place does not motivate, it reveals. Joints rotate with purpose, blood accelerates in the muscle. Every small movement is a message. Wake up a line, prepare nothing random, nothing rushed. Hands closed, grip seals, the bar feels cold. Feet lock into the floor, weight doesn't scare, it clarifies. I move because the system is ready. Noise fades when pressure speaks, no signal, just pressure. No hype, just control, no signal, just pressure. I move through the load, every rep deliberate, every breath on no signal, just pressure. Built to respond, down slow, pause tight, up clean, no swing, no cheat. Tension never leaves, the weapon's exactly what planned. Inhale through the nose, exhale through resistance. Heart rate climbs, mind narrows. Rift becomes a weapon, not a reaction. Same setup, same depth. Fatigue knocks, form man says muscles burn, stretch your holes. Discipline outlast sensation. Technique survives tiredness. No signal, just pressure. No emotion attached. no signal, just pressure. Execution intact, I don't negotiate with weight, I command it. Set after set accumulate, sweat marks the floor, and I struggle commitment. Each rep adds evidence that control scales with demand. Neck neutral, core braced, back engaged, hips drive, knees aligned, every link connected, force flows clean, lungs burn, vision tightens. Nose tries to win or acknowledge, then dismiss. Discomfort informs, it does not decide. Plates added quietly, weight increases, standards remain. Heavier bars, same execution, pressure sharpens focus instead of breaking it. Rules do not change mid-set. No signal, just pressure. Heavier now, no signal, just pressure. Still precise, ego stays outside. The bar moves inside control, album side control. Oh, time dissolves, only reps exist. The outside world fades, internal timing sharpens. This state is built through repetition, not excitement. This calm travels beyond this room, into conflict, into stress, into moments without warning. The body remembers how to stay exact. Composure is trained daily. No signal, just pressure. No panic allowed, no signal, just pressure. Still precise, ego stays outside, the bar moves inside control. No time to dose, only reps it just the outside world fades, internal taming, sharpest teeth and live through repetition, not attainment. This calm travels beyond this room into conflict, in distress, into moments without warning. The body remembers how to stay exact. Composure is trained aid, no drama, no pills. In same breath, same stand, same intent. The bar moves, cause alignment holds. Step slow, breath resets.
Heart rate drops on command. Recovery is intentional, not escape. Double wish you're running next demand. The hardest set arrives quietly. No drama, no pillows. Same breath, same stand, same intent. The bar moves, cause alignment holds.
Step slow, breath resets. Heart rate drops on command. Recovery is intentional, not escape. Preparation for the next demand. The hardest set arrives quietly. No drama, no pillows. Same breath, same stand, same intent. The bar moves because alignment holds. Step slow, breath resets, heart rate drops on command. Recovery is intentional, not escape. Preparation for the next demand. Oh, the hardest set arrives quietly. No drama, no pillow. Same breath, same stand, same intent. The bar moves because alignment holds. Step slow. No signal, just pressure.
Blood on the ground, yeah, I feel alive. Pain is the proof that I survived. Chains on my past, but they start to break. I take the crown, I don't hesitate. Eyes locked for no way to run. This is the war and I'm the one. I am the wolf in the storm. I am the fire and bone. Hear me roar in the dark. I was never alone. No gods, no kings, just flesh and will. I rise against the kill.
I am the wolf in the storm. Feel my name in your bones when the night starts. You fall, I will take back my throne.
Holla into the void, Torta. No lights, no speech, no permission needed. The room doesn't care who I am, only what I can repeat. I step in, already focused, joints roll with intention. Blood begins a circuit, every movement wakes a system, not excitement. Readiness, the body listens before it acts. Hand sharp, grip seal, feet rooted in the concrete. The bar weights, not heavy, not light, only honest. I lift with alignment, not hope. Silence sharpens awareness.
Build under low, forging control. Build under low, not chasing a goal. Every rep precise, every breath on. Build under low, this is the goal.
Lower steady, pause clean, drive upward, no rush, no swing. Stay present from start to finish, no wasted force, inhale control. Exhale resisted, heart rate rises, mind narrows, breath becomes rhythm, not reaction. Sets accumulate quietly, sweat marks progress, no crowd needed. Each rep adds proof that consistency compounds when discipline leads. Structure defeats fatigue, building the load, calming the strain, building the load. Pressure sustained, I don't bargain with weight, I execute. Spine neutral, core locked, hips drive forward, knees track clean, every joint in agreement. Force transfer smoothly, nothing leaks, it's a tone I note or I notice, then remove it. Discomfort report status, it does not command action. Focus stays intact. Plates added silently, the bar grows heavier. Standards stay identical, more weight, same rules. Pressure sharpens attention, the technique does not change mid-set. Building a load, heavier now, building a low. Still exact, no ego involved, only execution. Time compressed,
only movement exists. External thoughts dissolve, internal timing sharpens. The state is trained, not summoned. This composure travels beyond the gym in distress and the conflict in the moments without warning. The body remembers how to stay stable. Control is portable strength, building a load, no panic allowed. Building a load, still exact, no ego involved, only execution. Time compresses, only movement exists. External thoughts dissolve, internal timing sharpens. The state is trained and summoned. This composure travels beyond the gym in distress, into conflict, into moments without warning. The body remembers how to stay stable. Control is portable strength, building a load, no panic allowed. Built under low, same breath, same stance, same intent. The ball moves because alignment holds. Step slow, rhythm resets, heart rate members by command. Recovery is deliberate, not escape. Preparation for continuation. Last sets, drain reserves, but reveal structure, form holes because it was earned, not forced. The session closes clean, no collapse required. I am not fueled by hype, I am fueled by repeatability. Motivates and fluctuate, systems endure. This is durable power.
Done till completion, build under load. No shortcuts taking every rep count, every set close.
The room remains unchanged, but capacity increased. Tolerance expanded, the bar rests. The work stays. Tomorrow will ask again, and I will answer the same way. Calm, exact, still moving under low.
I walk alone through the frozen night. Scars on my skin, but my eyes still bright. Every step heavy, every breath raw. Born from the dark, yeah, I want it all. Heartbeats loud like war drums call. No fear left when the weak ones fall.
I am the wolf in the storm. I am the fire and bone. Hear me roar in the dark.
I was never alone.
Low, how?
Blood on the ground, yeah, I feel alive. Pain is the proof that I survived. Chains on my past, but they start to break. I take the crown, I don't hesitate. Eyes locked forward, no way to run. This is the war and I am the one.
I am the wolf in the storm. I am the fire and bone. Hear me roar in the dark.
I was never alone. No gods, no kings, just flesh and will. I rise against the kill. No gods, no kings, just flesh and will. I rise against the kill. I was never.
I am the wolf in the storm. Feel my name in your bones. When the night starts to fall,
I will take back my throne. Howl into the void.
no countdown, no voice in my head. The door closes behind me. The outside world disconnects. This place doesn't reward intention, only output.
Shoulders rotate with purpose, hips unlock, ankles test the floor. Blood temperature rises slowly, muscles break without excitement. The body prepares to work. Bar meets hands, grip establishes trust. Feet pressed down with the ground, dances back. Alignment first, power later, nothing moves without permission. Stillness before effort. No signal, only force.
No signal, only force.
I don't react, I apply. No signal, only force.
Built to respond.
Under pressure, lower phase, measure tension never disappears. The bar travels clean, no wasted art. No borrow momentum, every inch intentional. Inhale through resistance, exhale under command. Heart rate climbs, mind stays narrow. Breath becomes structure, not survival. Set after set, stacks quietly. Sweat replaces doubt, no one notices the word except the body. Progress hides inside repetition until it doesn't. Consistency sharpens outcome.
No signal, only force.
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 No signal, only force. The load speaks clearly, I answer with form.
Spinal line, core pressurized, shoulders anchored, hips drive straight, energy flows efficiently, no leaks allowed.
Fatigue requests negotiation. I acknowledge, then proceed unchanged. Discomfort is information, not instruction. Execution remains neutral. Plate slide on sound of metal confirms reality. The bar feels heavier, standards remain fixed. Weight test structure, structure responds. Technique survives pressure. No signal, only force.
No signal, only force.
No signal, only force.
Heavy load.
Same precision, no emotion attached, only outcome.
Time compresses inward, peripheral noise fades. The body enters automation. Movements repeat perfectly because they were trained,
Not improvised. This calm is portable into chaos, into deadlines, into conflict. The nervous system remembers how to stay steady. Control scales beyond weight. No signal, only force. Pressure stays constant.
No signal, only force.
Stability maintained.
No signal, only force.
Session of pain.
No signal, only force.
No warning, same stance, same breath, same execution. The bar moves because alignment holds steps. Slow, bitterly, bitterly breathing recenters. Heart rate descends by choice. Recovery is active, not collapse. Preparation continues.
last sets train reserves but reveal truth. Form holds, a dozen today it holds because discipline trained it long before today.
I am not fueled by noise, I am fueled by systems. Motivation fluctuates, structure remains. This is durable strength.
No signal, only force.
No signal, only force.
No signal, only force.
No signal, only force.
I don't wait for feeling, I move with intent.
No signal, only force.
Session
Complete. The room stays the same.
Capacity increases quiet. Tolerance expands, the bar rests, the work stays. Tomorrow will ask, and I will answer.
Without hesitation, without noise, only force.
I am the wolf in the storm, I am the fire, air and bone. Hear me roar in the dark, I was never alone. How? Blood on the ground, yeah, I feel alive. Pain is the proof that I survived. Chains on my past, but they start to break. I take the crown, I don't hesitate. Eyes lock forward, no way to run. This is the war and I am the one. I am the wolf in the storm, I am the fire, air and bone. Hear me roar in the dark, I was never alone. No gods, no kings, just flesh and will. I rise against the kill.
I am the wolf in the storm. Feel my name in your bones. When the night starts to fall, I will take back my throne.
Howl into the void. No God, no pre, no stars, low.
No hype in the room, no spotlight, only iron waiting. I step inside the choir where intention means nothing and execution decides everything. Neck loose, shoulders roll, elbows warm, wrists aligned, blood stops moving, joints remember the purpose. This is not a rush, this is a setup in hands where the barcode still confirms reality. Feet root into the floor, pressure spreads upward, spine stacks, core locks, nothing moves yet, everything is ready, stillness creates accuracy.
Built under load, no drama, no delay. Built under load, pressure teaches I stay.
Down slow, no collapse, tension never leaves up clean, no bounce. Every rep identical because discipline hates variation and progress rewards consistency. Inhale deep, exhale sharp, heart rate climbs, mind narrows, the will shrinks, the movement and breathe, nothing else matters.
Set after set, sweat collects, doubt evaporates, the body adapts quietly, muscle learns demand, and nervous system calibrates. This is where change hides, repetition sharpens instinct.
Built under load, built under load, built under load. Not inspired, engineered, built under load, built under load.
Strength earned, not borrowed. Knees track, hips drive, chest tall, eyes fixed, every joint accountable, every angle intentional. Efficiency is power, waste is failure.
Fatigue, whisper shortcuts, I acknowledge and ignore discomfort. Report status, it does not command action, the plan stays intact.
Plates added, sound rings heavy, the bar gains authority. Standards remain unchanged, heavier weight, same execution. This is the contract, technique survives pressure.
Built under load, built under load.
Heavier demand, same control.
Built under load, built under load.
Structure holds, so do I.
Time dissolves.
Music fades, movement becomes automatic. Reps flow without thought because preparation already decided what action would be taken.
This calm travels outside these walls into work, into conflict, into chaos, because control is trained, not situational. Stability's cause beyond weight. Build under load, pressure constant, mind quiet. Build under load, I respond, not react.
The hardest that arise, no announcement, same stance, same breath, same process. The bomb leave cause alignment refuses to fail. Step slow, breath lengthens, heart rate descends on command. Recovery is deliberate, not collapse. The system resets quickly. Last set strip reverbs, but reveal truth. Form either survives or it doesn't. Today it survives because discipline arrived early.
I am not powered by emotion.
I am powered by systems, motive facing fluctuate. Structure remains, this is sustainable strain.
Build under load, build under load.
No signal required, I move.
Build under load.
Session complete, capacity increased. The room looks the same, but I do not tolerance expanded. Limits adjusted, the bar rests, the work stays. Tomorrow we'll ask again, and I will answer. The ability stays without noise. Built under.
Oh. Oh.
Silence before the I walk alone through the frozen night. Scars on my skin but my eyes still bright. Every step heavy, every breath raw. Born from the dark, yeah, I want it all. Heart beats loud like war drums call. No fear left when the weak ones fall. I am the wolf in the storm. I am the fire and bone. Hear me roar in the dark. I was never alone.
How?
Yeah, blood on the ground, yeah, I feel alive. Pain is the proof that I've survived. Chains on my past, but they start to break. I take the crown, I don't hesitate. Eyes locked forward, no way to run. This is the war, and I am the one. I am the wolf in the storm. I am the fire and bone. Hear me roar in the dark. I was never alone.
No gods, no kings, just flesh and will. I rise, against the kill.
I am the wolf in the storm. Feel my name in your bones. When the night starts to fall, I will take back my throne.
No scene, no leader. Lights are on, no audience, no countdown. Room waits without expectation. I arrive without emotion. This is routine, not performance. Shoulders rotate, hips unlock, ankles wake. Blood begins its circuit. Muscles respond to command. No rush, just preparation. Executed correctly. Hands sharp, grip set, bar sander. Feet aligned with intention. Posture confirms readiness. Nothing lifted yet, but commitment already made. Preparation removes uncertainty.
No signal needed. No signal needed. I don't wait, I move. No signal needed. No signal needed. No signal needed. Action starts on cue.
Bali's the rack, weight introduces itself, I acknowledge and proceed. Tempo controlled, pack consistent, this is not reaction, this is procedure. In through the nose, out through the mouth, heart rate climbs with purpose. Oxygen fuels execution, breath stays on each rep identical, no shortcuts except the range maintain. Tension preserved, progress lives in precision, not in noise, consistency compounds power.
No signal needed, no signal needed.
I don't wait,
I move. No signal needed, no signal needed. No signal needed. This is done on cue. No signal needed, no signal needed.
I don't wait, la la.
Step follow set. Time compresses, sweat becomes background data. Muscle fibers adapt silently. Change happens quietly while attention stay narrow. Fatigue submits its report. I review and continue. Discomfort is information, not instruction. The plan overrides sensation. Plates increase, sound deepens. Expectations remain unchanged. Heavier demand, same execution standards. Do not negotiate. Form scales with pressure.
No signal needed. No signal needed.
Weight rises. Focus holds.
No signal needed. No signal needed.
Capacity expands on schedule.
No signal needed.
Music fades in the rhythm. Thought dissolves. Movement remains. Reps occur with a commentary. Cause decisions were made earlier and now they execute. Yeah. This control does not stay here. It moves in a work, in a conflict, in a chaos. Speaker's composure is trained, not situational. Stability travels beyond the bar. No signal needed. Environment irrelevant. I perform.
No signal needed.
No signal needed. Process output data, do to read the text. Policy sided, but toleration says the best. Game is recalibrated, tomorrow will demand again, and I will respond without waiting.
No signal needed. No signal needed.
Let 'em run.
No signal needed. No signal needed. No signal needed.
Input process, output delivered. The hardest set arrives unannounced. Same set of breath, same breath, same mechanics, yeah. The bar moves, because structure holds under stress. Rack the weight, step back. Heart rate decelerates, recovery is active. Control, intentional and still fitness. Tension the medicine, that's why preparation matters. I am not driven by hype, I'm driven by system. Emotion fluctuates, structure persists. This is repeatable strength.
No signal needed. No signal needed.
I operate by design.
No signal needed.
Session complete, capacity upgraded.
No signal needed. No signal needed. No signal needed. No signal needed.
No.
Blood on the ground, yeah, I feel alive. Pain is the proof that I survived. Chains on my past, but they start to break. I take the crown, I don't hesitate. Eyes locked forward, no way to run. This is a war and I'm the one. I am the wolf in the storm. I am the fire and bone. Hear me roar in the dark. I was never alone. No gods, no kings, just flesh and will. I rise against the kill. I'm the wolf in the storm, feel my name in your bones. When the night starts to fall, I will take back my throne. Howl into the void.
No spotlight, no applause, concrete floor, cold air. I step in not to be seen, but to be sharpened. Joints unlock in sequence, neck, shoulder, spine. Hips roll, knees respond. Blood wakes the system.
Muscles remember their assignment. This is not chaos, this is calibration. Hands wrap steel, grip honest, no tricks. Feet planted with intent, posture aligned. Before the way moves, the decision is already final. There is no exit, preparation deletes doubt.
Built under pressure. Built under pressure, no pause. Built under pressure, no pause. Execution answers everything. Built under pressure, no pause. Built under pressure, no pause. Built under pressure, no pause. Execution answers everything. Bar clears the rack. Mass introduces resistance. I acknowledge its presence and move anyway. Tempo control, path clean, nothing wasted, nothing rushed. Inhale discipline, exhale excess. Heart rate climbs with purpose, breathing stays zoned. Oxygen fuels consistency, each rep identical. No collapse, no shortcuts, range respect, attention, maintain progress, lives in repetition, not in noise. Consistency, multiply strength. Built under pressure. Built under pressure, no brand. Built under pressure, no brand.
Set follow, set time compresses, sweat becomes background data, muscle fibers adjust silently. Change happens quietly, while focus stays narrow. Fatigue reports in, I listen, then override. Discomfort is information, not authority. The plan remains in control. Plates added, sound deepens, expectations unchanged. Heavier demand, same execution. Standards do not negotiate. Form does not scale down with stress.
Built under pressure. Built under pressure, weight climbs. Come smack, focus holds. Capacity expands. On schedule.
Music dissolves in the rhythm. Thought fades, mood remains. Reps occur without commentary because decisions were made earlier, and now they execute automatically. This control leaves the gym, it enters work completely. Chaos because composure is strained, not situational. Stability travels beyond steel. Built under pressure, input process, output delivered. The hardest set arrives quietly, same setup, same breath, same mechanics. Bar moves because structure holds on a maximum demand. Rack the weight, step back, heart rate descends. Recovery is intentional, energy preserved for the next demand. End stage fatigue appears, but technique remains intact because fatigue was expected and trained against. This is earned resilience.
I am not driven by hype, I'm driven by system. Emotions light your way, structure persists. This is repeatable power. I was never alone. Built basal leagues ball and schedule.
Music dissolves into rhythm. Thought phase, move remains. Reps occur without commentary because decisions were made earlier, and now they execute automatically. This control leaves the gym, it enters work. Conflict poison leads to shakes time, instant candy premium. The more you demean again, and I will answer without hesitation. Put down murders. Built under pressure. Built under pressure, no pause. Built under pressure, no pause. Execution answers everything. Built under pressure, no pause.
I walk alone through the frozen night. Scars on my skin, but my eyes still bright. Every step heavy, every breath raw, born from the dark. Yeah, I want it all. Heart beats loud like war drums cold. No fear left when the weak ones fall. I am the wolf in the storm. I am the fire and bone. Hear me roar in the dark. I was never alone.
Blood on the ground, yeah, I feel alive. Pain is the proof that I survived. Chains on my past, but they start to break. I take the crown, I don't hesitate.
Eyes locked forward, no way to run. This is the war and I am the one. I am the wolf in the storm. I am the fire and bone. Hear me roar in the dark. I was never alone. No gods, no kings, just flesh and will. I rise against the kill. I am the wolf in the storm. Feel my name in your bones. When the night starts to fall, I will take back my throne. Look into the void.
No to the void, no signal or power. No signal void, no signal or power. Out to the void, no signal or power. Out to the void, no signal or power.
Lights hum, concrete breeze. The room doesn't care who I am. That's why it works. No signal, no praise, just presence. Wrists rotate, elbows unlock, lock, shoulder stack, hips hinge, ankles load, circuits online, temperature rising, focus narrowing, everything unnecessary powers down.
I didn't come for motivation, I came with a plan. Motivation expires, structure does not. This is scheduled pressure, applied on purpose. Decision precedes movement. No signal or power, no signal or power. I move clean under load. No signal or power, no signal or power. Execution speaks, not volume. Steel meets
skin. Grip locks are as honest. It gives nothing, so I take nothing for granted. Head precise, tempo measured, control absolute and through the nose, out through discipline. Heart rate climbs, mind stays level, oxygen allocated to performance only. Rep 1 identical to rep 10, no drift, no rush, tension lives where it should. Progress hides in boring accuracy, that's why most never find it. Boredom filters the committed.
No signal or power, no signal or power. Silence sharpens output. No signal or power, no signal or power. Work completes without witnesses.
Sets that quietly, sweat becomes static. Time compresses the body, negotiates I decline. Because standards were set before attacking the run. And through the nose, out through discipline. Heart rate climbs, mind stays level. Oxygen allocated to performance only. Rep 1 identical to rep 10. No drift, no rush, tension lives where it should. Progress hides in boring accuracy, that's why most never find it. Boredom filters the committed.
No signal or power, no signal or power. Pressure silence sharpens. No signal or power, no signal or power. Compression springs, that's perfect.
Music fades, thought dissolves, movement remains. Reps happen without commentary, because the body remembers what the mind decided earlier. This control travels into deadlines, into conflict, into noise. Because composure is rehearsed here, calm is trained, not hoped for.
No signal or power, no signal or power. Environment irrelevant, I perform. No signal or power, no signal or power. Input process, output delivered.
The hardest set arrives quietly, no announcement, same setup, same breath, same mechanics. The bar moves because systems don't panic. Rack the weight, step back, heart rate descends by design. Recovery is acted, energy preserved for the next requirement. Fatigue shows up late, technique stays up because fatigue was expected and trained against. This is engineered resilience. I am not loud, I am consistent. Emotion fluctuates, structure persists. That's the difference between effort and output.
No signal or power, no signal or power. No shortcuts, no color. No signal or power, no signal or power. Session complete, capacity upgraded.
The room remains unchanged. Still rest, silence returns. The tolerance has shifted. The limits recalibrated. Tomorrow will demand again, and I will answer. Without noise, without signal, all power. All power. All power. Without signal.
I walk alone through the frozen night. Scars on my skin but my eyes still bright. Every step heavy, every breath raw. Born from the dark, yeah, I want it all. Heartbeats loud like war, drums call. No fear left when the weak ones fall. I am the wolf in the storm. I am the fire and bone. Hear me roar in the dark. I was never alone.
How? Blood on the ground, yeah, I feel alive. Pain is the proof that I survived. Chains on my past, but they start to break. Gotta take the crown, I don't hesitate.
Eyes locked forward, no way to run. This is the war and not the one.
I am the wolf in the storm. I am the fire and bone. Hear me roar in the dark. I was never alone.
No gods, no kings, just flesh and will. I rise against the kill.
I am the wolf in the storm. Feel my name in your bones. When the night starts to fall, I will take back my throne.
Howl into the void. Howl into the void.
No countdown, no countdown, no ceremony. The room wakes up because I arrive. Wait, waits, time waits. Nothing moves until I do. Neck control, relax, spine stack, ribs down. Core awake, hips unlocked, blood starts moving. System synchronized. This is preparation without panic. I don't chase hype, I chase repeatability. Anyone can spike effort, few can sustain output. Today is not special, that's why it matters.
Consistency is violence applied slowly.
Built to withstand, built to withstand. Pressure doesn't scare me, it confirms me. Built to withstand, built to withstand. I stay intact while demands increase.
Hands chalk, grip closes contact. Made the bar, tells the truth, no lies, no excuses. Only feedback and I listen carefully. Inhale and attend.
tension, exhale with control. Heart rate rises, judgment stays cold. Energy budgeted, nothing wasted. Rep follows rep, not rushed, not delayed. Each one earns its place, momentum is managed. Form is non-negotiable, this is quiet dominance.
Sloppy work never compound.
Built to withstand, built to withstand. I don't break for a save ego. Built to withstand, built to withstand. Strength that lasts, I live noise.
Sets accumulate, time compresses, sweat becomes irrelevant. Muscles negotiate limits. I respond with structure because structure outlasts feeling. Balance center, range control, pain acknowledged, authority denied, continue. Protocol, blade set it quietly, no reaction, no theatrics, heavier weight, same standards. If technique drops, the set doesn't count.
Quality is the real intensity.
Built to withstand, weight climbs, integrity holds. Built to withstand, capacity explains.
Thoughts disappear, only mechanics remain. Movement solves itself because it's been rehearsed thousands of times without shortcuts. This calm transfers to chaos, to deadlines, to conflict. Because pressure here trains response everywhere. Compo is earned under load.
Built to withstand, built to withstand. Environment never relevant. I perform, built to withstand, built to withstand. Stress applied, system upgraded.
The hardest set arrives without warning. Set up identical, breath identical, execution identical. This is how strength survives. Rack the weight, walk it off.
Heart rate drops on command. Recovery is strategic, not passive. Energy preserved. Fatigue enters quiet. Technique refuses to leave because fatigue was trained for. Expected plan neutralized through precision. I don't look strong, I don't look strong. I function strong, I don't chase moments, I build systems. That's the difference between showing up and lasted. Built to withstand, built to withstand. No shortcuts taking, no damage done. Built to withstand, built to withstand. Session complete, foundation thicker.
The room resets.
Weights rest, silence returns, but tolerance shifted. Limits recalculated, the more will ask again, and I will answer. Calm,
Prepare.
Built to withstand.